Thank you for watching Tuesday's Tip of the Day. I'm excited to be here. My name is Larry Williams. I represent Next to Get. Next to Get is about taking action. I truly believe success is different for everyone, but everyone can be next to get theirs. Let's go. Bam! Let's get it in. I'm doing my videos a little early right now. I had to change my schedule. But anyway, real quick, I got this tip actually I'm in an internship at my church. And my pastor was speaking last week. And a guy asked him a question. He said, I'm trying to stop smoking weed. I keep praying to God, take this from me, take this from me. And he was like, well, that's what's wrong. Like, you're praying to him to take it from you, right? He's like, yeah. And he's like, well, let me ask you a question. He's like, what? He's like, would you go to church and smoke weed? He was like, nah, I wouldn't go to church and smoke weed. He's like, why? He was like, that's for God. Like, you can't do that. He's like, nah, you wouldn't go to church to smoke weed because we all feel like the presence of God is in church, right? So we wouldn't do certain things in church that we would do outside of church because we know the presence of God is in church, right? We just have that in our mind, like the presence of God is in church. So he was like, what you want to do is have the presence of God everywhere you are, at your house, in your car, at your job. You want the presence of God to be everywhere with you. And then those things will be taken away. He goes, when you start to have the presence of God everywhere with you, you'll have those desires that you had that you want to stop, they'll stop. Because if you wouldn't do it in the church and you have the presence of God in you when you're in your car, then guess what? You're not going to do it in your car. And I was like, oh, that was deep, because that's actually something I've been doing and didn't even know. I was addicted, to porn. I lusted after women. I was addicted to drugs too at one point. And, I used to always pray, Lord, take this from me, take this from me. But when I actually started to get close to God and start to build a relationship with God, that's when things changed. And it was like when he said it, I didn't realize I was trying to have the presence of God with me everywhere. I just wanted to build a closer relationship. But by me doing that, it changed my life. So if you want to get rid of something, if you want to become better, build that presence of God, build that relationship with God. He wants us to build, to have a loving relationship with him. So tip of the day is have the presence of God everywhere with you. All right. Everywhere you are, especially the places that you feel the most tempted at. So if that's at work, then you need to make sure you get the presence of God at work with you. If that's at home, then you need, and for me, I still got to work on getting the presence. When I get sleepy, I feel like the presence of God with me kind of fades away. So I got to build my presence of God when I get tired, right? So it's all about building the presence of God and building that relationship with him. So tip of the day is, if you want to keep your mind right, build your presence of God up, all right? Keep your mind right. Stay focused. Unleash your greatness. Be next to get your success. Let's go. I truly believe success is different for everyone, but everyone can be next to get theirs. Let's go. Love y'all. Bam.